The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, Breakout Investing, with your host, Ken Shreve.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone, from Los Angeles, California. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing on TFNN. I'm your host, Ken Shreve. If you want to call in, the number to use to talk to me is 877-927-6648. 877-927-6648. My show on TFNN airs every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm also on Channel 1 in Tiger TV on the homepage of TFNN.com. And you can look at charts that I'm looking at on my radio program right along with me on Channel 1 in Tiger TV. Again, that's on the homepage of TFNN, and you can also get the show anytime on iTunes. And another great way to listen to all TFNN programming is with your smartphone. Just type in tfnn.mobi. You don't need HTTP or www. Just type in tfnn.mobi in your smartphone browser, and you can listen to the stream that way as well. Today's Tuesday. It means my latest weekly update to my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter went out earlier today to subscribers. I publish every Tuesday, and I send out email buy and sell alerts in between. And yeah, it's been a tough market. I launched the newsletter in late April, so it's been a tricky market to navigate. I'm still favoring a pretty healthy cash position in the model portfolio. I do have 5 stocks in there right now where I'm holding on to profits, but just about all stocks in my model portfolio are new initiations in the month of August. So it's been a tricky market, but today, you know, not too bad a day taking shape. We were down sharply. Of course, the fears over the weekend, or on Monday, I should say, on the Labor Day holiday when U.S. markets were closed, we saw the European stock markets really fall apart. The DAX was down 5%, I think it was, and the the Stocks 600 index was down 4%. Stocks just recently tried to come off their lows. The NASDAQ at one point was only down about 0.5% for the day, but some selling has picked up again in the market. It looks like with about 50 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. Right now, let's see where we're at. The Dow is down 185 points. That's 1.65% to 11,054. The NASDAQ down 1.3%. That's about 32 points or so to 2448. And the S&P 500 down 18.5 points, 1.6% to 1155. Looking at a chart for the S&P 500 here, you can see, let me give this an update. S&P 500 is trading right in the middle of its range right now. Again, just recently the market tried to come off its lows, and a lot of stocks that were negative had turned green. So hopefully, we'll get a close at least in the upper half of the trading range. That would be good to see. Volume has been tracking higher than Friday for most of Tuesday's session. On Friday, volume on the New York Stock Exchange came in at 969 million shares. NASDAQ volume came in at 1.55 billion shares. So volume was light Friday due to pre-holiday trading. Haven't had a chance to comment on the jobs report that we saw Friday. The number was clearly a shocker to the market. There's no doubt about it. I think estimates were for non-farm payrolls to rise by 70,000 thereabouts, with the unemployment rate holding right where it is at 9.1%, and instead we got flat job growth. So the number was a shock to the market. We traded sharply lower on Friday. I suppose you could say soft volume cushioned the blow a little bit, because volume again was very light, but still big percentage declines, and the market is continuing today. So we do have NASDAQ volume right now. Looks like it's on pace to be about 10% higher than Friday's levels. Still going to have a hard time coming in average at that pace. So Again, on Friday, we had 1.55 billion shares, so it might be tough to reach 2 billion shares on the NASDAQ today as well. Volume on the New York Stock Exchange a little bit heavier, tracking about 20% higher than Friday's light level of 969 million shares. So, again, let's hope we get a finish in the top half of the trading range today. It's easy to say right now. I mean, the August 9th intraday lows for the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are probably in play here. I'm going to stick to my guns and say that I don't think they will be undercut. I think the lows were put in August 9th. What you need to remember is that just paying attention to the NASDAQ, it fell 18% between July 25th and August 19th. Okay, 18% decline in a 3-week period, pretty much. So a lot of bad news got priced in very, very quickly. What was the market pricing in? Well, it's pricing in slower than anticipated economic growth. It's probably pricing in a couple of quarters of, 0.5%, 1%, 1.5% GDP growth. It's also probably pricing in potentially some sluggish corporate earnings in the third quarter. Hopefully, third quarter earnings will be good. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of great earnings stories out there. But the bottom line is that 18% pullback between July 25th and August 19th. Priced in a lot of bad news quickly. That's why I think that where we're at with the economy, and again, Friday's jobs report did kind of throw a wrench in things, and you have got the issues over in Europe that are going to be an overhang for the market for the foreseeable future. But I'm going to remain optimistic and think that these lows of August 9th are going to hold. There were a lot of high-quality stocks that really turned around when the NASDAQ started to turn around. Again, was down about 2%, then it recouped all its losses, was only down about 0.5%, but some good high-quality, institutional quality names turned green after being positive. I'm talking about, a name like, we'll look at these in just a minute, but a name like Apple, Intuitive Surgical, Amazon, some of these stocks that are hanging in there pretty well. But, where we're at right now, even though I think the lows are going to hold from August 9th. It's still a very tricky market out there. Still waiting for the setups to take shape. My growth screens really are not giving me much to work with right now. I'm seeing some interesting setups, but the market is going to be ready to move when the setups are a dime a dozen. In fact, the market is just saying, look at all these setups, look at all these stocks and different industry groups that are ready to run. And you don't have that right now, which is probably the market's way of saying that we need a little more time. But the bottom line, if we strengthen sooner rather than later, this is all about new money coming in from the sidelines. It really wasn't happening when the market bounced off its lows from August 9th. There were a lot of gains in the major averages and light volume. There was not clear at all to me that new money was coming into the market. Remember, again, sticking with the S&P 500 chart here on Tiger TV, you can see on this day right here, that was the 11th day the S&P 500 followed through. In fact, let's go switch over to the NASDAQ, just freshen this up a little bit. See, the NASDAQ is down now about 1.3% for the day. But the NASDAQ followed through on this day right here, day 11, from the first day of the rally attempt that started on August 9th. But you had the follow-through day. And the one thing that I neglected to mention, and Scott O'Neill over at MarketSmith, former colleague of mine over at Investors Business Daily, reminded me that if you get a heavier volume decline very soon after a follow-through day, and we had one on this day right here, 2 days later, the S&P slumped and volume, let's switch back to the S&P 500 here real quick. And you see the S&P 500 followed through on this day here, and then it reversed 2 days later, and volume picked up from the prior session. So the NYSE indices flashed a distribution day just 2 days after the follow-through day. And what that means is that the rally has about a 20% success rate. In other words, they're going to fail about 80% of the time, and that looks like that's what we're seeing now. So when you add the distribution day that occurred 2 days after the follow-through day, and then the fact that there just weren't enough setups around to help lift the market higher, the follow-through day was problematic on a lot of different levels. And again, it's the main reason why I've been, mostly sitting in cash. I've been selectively nibbling here and there, not making any big bets at all with my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. And again, if you want to get a trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks, right on the homepage of tfnn.com, go to the newsletters tab right at the top of the page, and then click on investment newsletters, and you'll find the information right there. All right, let's take a look at crude oil today. October crude oil down 43 cents. That's 0.5% to 86.02 a barrel. And then gold. Boy, all these problems in Europe on Monday, everybody was saying gold is going to go through the roof, and I saw Tom stick to his guns on CNBC earlier today. I know he's not real keen on gold prices here, thinks that they could come in at some point, but today gold, after early strength, it actually fell $3.60 or 0.2% to $18.73.30 an ounce. Gold hit a record intraday high of $19.23.70 an ounce. So let's go ahead and take a look at the GLD, the Spider Gold Trust, and you can see that's down a little bit today. Looks like it's down 37 cents, 0.2% to 182.87, and it did hit an intraday high of 185.85. It is trading in the bottom half of its range right now, as sellers have come into gold. The strong dollar certainly didn't help gold or oil prices today. We can take a look at the UUP, which is the Power Shares U.S. Dollar Index Bullish Fund, and big day for this ETF, benefiting from the strengthening dollar. It's up 37 cents, 1.7% to 21.59. Bond yields, the 10-year note, the yield on that fell to 1.98% today after hitting a record low of 1.9%. The yield on the 30-year bond dropped to 3.25% after hitting an intraday low of 3.18%. 3.25 is the lowest level since January 2009. Okay, so the bottom line, still being patient in this market, not in a rush to buy things. I'm seeing some interesting stocks, tempted to nibble here and there, but being very patient. I realize that the best time to make money in the stock market is when the market tide is flowing positive. That is the bottom line. The bottom line is that this is still a market that is under distribution. Plain and simple. It's not easy to make money in stocks in a market that's under distribution. Yeah, you can make money if you're buying in the morning and selling in the afternoon and flipping stocks and day trading and buying your options and all that. And that's I know a lot of people do that successfully, but I'm in the business of trying to build a model portfolio here with high quality names, and I want to make sure my entry points are as good as I can get them. And I realize that buying any growth stock right now, I still think the risk outweighs the reward. So again, I have 5 stocks currently in my model portfolio. Most of them are acting pretty darn good despite the tough market. So when we come back, we'll take a look at some gainers today, folks. So stick with me. We'll be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to Breakout Investing, everyone, on TFNN. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Ken Shreve. Again, the number to use, folks, you can give me a call, 877-927-6648. Taking a look at shares of Temple Inland today. Stock is up 25% to $30.82. News here is that International Paper is going to acquire the company for $3.7 billion. International Paper is now offering $32 a share for Temple Inland, higher than its previous bid of $30.60 that it made back in June. At the time, Temple Inland said the price was too low. International Paper is the largest producer of corrugated packaging in North America. Temple Inland is the third largest. So there's a look at Temple Inland, and last I checked, International Paper was down on the news, but look at this. Nice upside reversal here for International Paper. It is now up 8% to $27.57, and normally the acquiring company is going to be under a little bit of pressure, but and international paper certainly was. Earlier in the day, it was hit an intraday low of 24.46, but shares are now up $2.08 to 27.57. So that is an interesting deal today. In other news, news around Walt Disney. I don't think the stock is moving that much on the news, but the Dow component, we can take a look here. Boy, it really has been hit hard, like a lot of other stocks in the market since early August, really in a world of technical hurt here. Shares of Walt Disney down nearly 3% today to 31.56. News here is that Andy Mooney, the chairman of Disney's lucrative consumer products division, has resigned. He told staffers that, Mr. Mooney, I should say, told staffers he wants to take on some sort of leadership role with another organization. Shares of Disney under pressure today, down 90 cents to 31.56. Really a quiet week in terms of economic data and earnings reports. I'll go over some earnings reports I'm going to be looking at closely this week a little bit later in the show. But earlier today, I actually had a pretty good reading from the ISM Services Index. The Institute for Supply Management said that its non-manufacturing index, remember just last week we had a pretty strong reading from the ISM Manufacturing Index. Well, the non-manufacturing index, the Services Index, increased to 53.3 in August from 52.7 in July. Economists had been expecting a drop to 51. So remember when that piece of data came out, I think it was 10 a.m. Eastern time, indices immediately paired their gains a little bit, but so that was a good reading from the ISM. Inside the index, new orders accelerated from 51.7 in July to 52.8 in August, and order backlogs looked pretty good. They strengthened to 47.5 in August from 44 in July. Coming up tomorrow, the Fed Beige Book. That's really an anecdotal look at economic activity in the Fed's 12 districts. Probably going to hear about slowing economic activity. Shouldn't be a big surprise to the market, but sometimes the market looks for a reason to to go up or down, and probably not going to hear a whole lot of good news in the Fed Beige Book tomorrow, but that is a key piece of data on tap. In terms of the Fed and Ben Bernanke, well, Ben Bernanke is going to be speaking September 8th in Minneapolis, and what's today? Today is September 6th, I believe, so he'll be speaking in a couple of days in Minneapolis. Fed officials are also going to gather. What was initially going to be a one-day meeting on September 20th is now going to be a two-day Fed meeting, September 20th and 21st. And boy, it's going to be interesting to see what the Fed has to say at the conclusion of this meeting, what the Fed statement says. Probably going to get a little more color on what the Fed has planned for additional stimulus for the economy. We may not see anything officially launched at the end of the two-day meeting on September 21st, but we'll probably get more color, kind of get an idea of what the Fed is thinking. Of course, there's talk that the Fed will start purchasing longer duration debt, while at the same time selling shorter maturities. So we'll see what happens there. And then another big news event this week, President Obama is going to speak on Thursday. He's going to basically propose ways to put people to work. Among some of the things he's expected to say, he probably wants new spending to fund some public works projects, perhaps extend and expand a payroll tax cut that was enacted as part of the 2009 stimulus, maybe offering a tax credit for employers who hire new workers. So I'm not sure that the market is going to react one way or another to what Obama has to say, but he'll be speaking Thursday night. All right, folks, stick with us. We'll be right back.
If you're in the market for a jumbo loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then Everbank is your answer. For more information, call Everbank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. Everbank, 877-471-5970.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of two emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the fourth quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Ken Shreve with you. Again, the number used to get through is 877-927-6648. This is a market definitely where investors continue to seek yield, and with bond yields at multi-year lows and, people just piling into bonds, sending yields lower. They're looking for yield whenever they can get it, and you can really see that in the Dow today. 28 out of the 30 Dow components at last check were trading lower. The only two trading higher, and we'll take a look at daily charts for each right now. Pfizer Shares of Pfizer were up 5 cents, 0.3% to 18.51. Pfizer still a troubled stock. Technically, here again, a stock that is trading below its 50-day moving average. Looks like a pretty stiff resistance level at this point, but you do have a juicy yield with Pfizer at 4.3%, and then also Johnson & Johnson, that's J&J, another Dow component. That stock is up 0.3%, call it 21 cents to 64.28. It's looking. It looks a lot better than Pfizer, frankly, from a technical perspective. It hit an intraday low today of 62.50, trading up near its session high at 64.28. Johnson & Johnson yields 3.5%. So investors with bond yields as low as they are, they're looking at some of these high-quality Dow names with juicy dividend yields. Okay, let's move on here and talk about interesting to watch some of these gold stocks trade. It really has been, one of the very few pockets of leadership in the market in recent days as uncertainty, grips worldwide economies. Two names, probably the two big leaders in the gold group. The first is RGLD, that is Royal Gold. Stock has really been on a tear here, but you can see it hit an intraday high of 82.98. Shares were recently trading around $80.73, up $1.76, 2.2% on the day. Again at 80.73. But this is an example of a stock that is very, very extended in price and should not be chased at current levels. You have to remember the gold trade is very crowded now. The price of gold bullion reversed today after hitting a high. It ended negative. There still are a lot of strong performing gold stocks out there, but you want to be careful not to chase the super extended names. And Royal Gold, definitely a huge performer in the gold group, and a company that is very strong on a variety of different fundamental metrics. Growth prospects are very bright at Royal Gold, so its price performance has not been by accident. It shows excellent top-line growth in recent quarters, excellent earnings growth, pretty strong fundamentally. The other strong performer in the gold group is Randgold Resources, and that's an easy ticker to remember, GOLD. Randgold Resources, another strong performer, and this is a stock that came in for a couple of weeks, came down right to about its 20-day moving average. You can see here it's holding well above its 50-day moving average at 94.84. The stock is up 1.4% today to 109.48, trading all the way down near its session low though, so there's some sellers in the stock today. It is trading slightly higher, but near its session low after early strength. So Randgold Resources, another very strong performer, and other names in the group. Yamana Gold, AUY, you can see here, another stock that's very extended. Be careful not to chase the gold stocks here, folks, and it could be a money-losing proposition. We'll be right back.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to thefrontoftfnn.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks, something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to Breakout Investing, everyone, on TFNN. My name is Ken Shreve. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Before we went to break, we were talking about just avoiding the pitfall of chasing performance, and obviously a lot of gold stocks are working here. And we talked about some names like Randgold Resources, Royal Gold. Right before we went to break, I pulled up a chart of Yamana Gold, another stock that's very extended. And there are some other names that you want to be careful of as well. Even though all of these stocks that I'm talking about have outstanding fundamentals. Here's a look at IM Gold, ticker IAG, on the New York Stock Exchange. This one is actually a little more interesting. You can just take a look at its daily chart and see, arguably the train hasn't left the station yet. It's kind of flirting with some resistance over here at $22.20 a share. IM Gold currently up 1.9% today to 21.82, so it's sitting just below resistance. You look at Randgold, you look at Royal Gold, you look at Yamana Gold. I mean, the train has left the station in these three names. But you look at IM Gold, still within range here. In fact, it's sitting just underneath resistance, like I said, at 22.20. One of my favorite gold names, El Dorado Gold, ticker EGO. Another stock has already broken out. Okay, so this is one that you don't want to chase. Recently broke out over 1898. I think it was right in this area here. Cleared a swing point of 1898 and has continued to move higher. Barrick Gold is interesting. We'll take a look at Barrick Gold. That's ticker. Do I have Barrick in here? ABX. Let's see here. Where's Barrick Gold? Well, I thought I had Barrick, but let's go ahead and pull up a chart of Barrick, and we'll take a look. This is another gold name that arguably is still within range here. You can see a big long base. I'm going to switch over to the weekly chart here. Okay, we'll pull up Barrick Gold, and you can see a nice long base forming here. Barrick Gold, another high-quality name in the gold space. And again, you're looking at a weekly chart here. It's up for 4 or 5 weeks in a row. Okay, so there has been a lot of buying in this name, but it's getting pretty close to some resistance over here, right around 55, call it $55 a share. Barrick Gold is currently trading around 53.51. So there are still some gold names that could try to break out in the not too distant future. But my general take on the space is that it just strikes me as a very crowded trade at this point, and which makes it a risky trade, because when everybody wants to own one thing, the trades normally don't end very well. Okay, let's take a look at some pretty high-quality names here that we're turning around. I want to take a look at Intuitive Surgical. These are some growth stocks that are still interesting to me in this market. They've held up pretty darn well during the recent market decline. You can see Intuitive Surgical turning in a pretty good day after being down sharply with the NASDAQ. Shares bucking the trend today, up 1.1%, $4.22 to $374.85. Back above its 50-day moving average. The stock hit an intraday low of 355, so definitely some buyers in there today. Doesn't look like volume is that strong, but this is even though volume on the NASDAQ is likely going to come in higher than Friday, volume on the NASDAQ is still probably going to be below average, say 1.8, 1.9 billion shares. But Intuitive Surgical acting pretty well. And let's take a look at Amazon. That is also outperforming today. Amazon technically looks strong here. Amazon's got some resistance at 217.64. That's its intraday high right in this area here. A breakout is not out of the question for some of these large cap technology names, especially the institutional quality names like an Intuitive Surgical, like an Amazon. Back above its 50-day moving average. Stock is up 2% today to 214.32. Another stock that looks pretty good in this market environment. Another growth name that is interesting, a name that I know I've talked about on this show and have written about in the past, Alexion Pharmaceuticals, ALXN, and you may not have heard of them, but it's a big company. They have a market cap of almost 11 billion. You can see the stock is actually trying to break out today. Overall, I think this is a market where breakouts are still very difficult. I just can't be confident that when a stock clears a swing point in heavy volume, I just don't have a good feeling about where it's going to go, because typically in a market that's under distribution, you're going to see breakouts turn tail, reverse course, just because there's enough sellers in the market still to get in the way of these breakouts. If you look at the number of successful breakouts in recent weeks outside of the gold space, they really they've pretty much been non-existent. But Alexion is a great biotech, highly profitable. It's got one drug pretty much that's making all their money, a drug called Soliris, which is used to treat a rare blood disorder. But super strong stock in this market, and it's having a good day today, up 4.5% to 59.44. Another healthcare name we can take a look at here is Athena Health. They make software for physician practices, basically help physicians manage their practice better. This is another interesting stock that could try to make a move here. The technically strong stocks out there, I really want to start seeing signs of accumulation in these names, and probably not going to see accumulation in these names until we start seeing accumulation in the major averages. Breakouts really help themselves a lot when new money is coming in from the sidelines, when fund managers are putting their money to work. When you have breakouts happening on low volume days for the market, or breakouts happening during times when the market's under distribution, their bottom line, they're going to have a hard time making headway. But Athena Health is another name that I think has the potential to be a leader. It's one of the rare stocks out there that's been able to hold above its 50-day moving average. So Athena Health, ticker ATHN, on the NASDAQ, acting very well. All right, folks, earnings reports coming up. We'll go over 3 of them that I'll be watching.
folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in the equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stock placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make. Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing. Ken Shreve with you here on TFNN. Well, I have to tell you, for a day that looked like it could have been pretty ugly based on what happened in European markets on Monday. This day is shaping up pretty good as we head into the close here. Maybe about 5-6 minutes left to go in Tuesday's session. The Nasdaq is going to try its darndest maybe to turn green here. Very compelling price action. I like what I see very much. Nasdaq is now down only 8.5 points. That's 0.4% to 2471. The Dow is down 94 points, 0.8% to 11,146, and the Nasdaq, the S&P 500 down 8 points, 0.8% to 1164. So looks like some buyers coming into the market late here, which is encouraging. And hey, you gotta like what we're seeing here with about 5 minutes left to go in the session. I mentioned some earnings reports this week. Very quiet week in terms of earnings, but a name that I've again written about in the past, and I know when they last reported earnings about 3 months ago, shareholders really liked what they saw. But Casey's General Stores, ticker CASY, on the Nasdaq. This is a very well-run company. They basically operate convenience stores in the Midwest, and they're pursuing a growth through acquisition strategy. They buy stores, they add them to their arsenal, and they tend to deliver very good results quarter after quarter. But Casey's General Stores is expected to earn $1.01 a share. That would be up 25% from the year-ago quarter. Sales are expected to be up a whopping 38% year-over-year to $1.9 billion. Another name with outstanding fundamentals in the retail sector. We'll just take a look at Casey's daily chart here. Not too bad. It's forming a little handle area here. It's got some resistance right at 46 here, so a good solid earnings report, maybe a good outlook could fuel a breakout here over 46. Casey's is also doing well today, up 0.5% to 43.99. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ulta Beauty. The company used to be known as Ulta Salon Cosmetics and Fragrance, which is always a mouthful, but Ulta Beauty, again, you look back in recent quarters, this company is just growing nicely. It's got good management. Stock is in a little bit of trouble here technically. It's a 50-day line. You can see right here has turned into resistance. Stock hit an intraday low today of 51.64. It's now trading up around 55.30, so buyers have come back into the stock, and it is trading near session highs. Still down 3 cents to 55.30, but well off session lows. Ulta is expected to report a profit of 32 cents a share, a 45% increase from a year ago, with sales up 19% to $383.8 million. And finally, on Friday, everyone's favorite fast-growing retailer, Lululemon Athletica. This company's on kind of a different earnings cycle than most other stocks, but they're going to be reporting earnings this Friday. It's tough to say. I mean, this is a company that has delivered strong results quarter after quarter. Growth prospects still look pretty good. They're a athletic apparel retailer known very well for its yoga gear. But Lululemon is expected to report profit of 22 cents a share, a 47% rise from a year ago, with sales up 35% to $206 million or so. But again, you can see Lululemon climbed above its 50-day moving average right here, fell back below the line, came back up, and is now trading below the line again. So potentially facing some resistance at its 50-day moving average. Shares doing well today, up 1.6% to 54.01. So 3 earnings reports this week: Casey's General Store, CASY, Ulta Beauty, ULTA, and Lululemon Athletica, LULU. Have a great afternoon, folks. I'll be back Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, and I'll talk to you then.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging